then
Clap.
for wait, okay, I gotta explain the clap. So we all gotta clap at the same time.
This
Just
is a
in case
joke.
this video
Yeah.
desyncs. It's not my joke. It's
This is
just,
Clap, you
joke.
said? Clap?
Yeah.
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 So,
He's
okay,
making a compilation.
Yeah, it's compilation. Okay. On three, after three. So 1, 2, 3, clap.
Oh.
Okay. Not now, Gilly. All right. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Fuck, I did it early.
Yeah, wait, one more time.
1,
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
You
what?
guys, you guys are terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So it's like 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Dancer.
okay. I think it should be okay. I think
Okay.
we.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I'll start. I'll
Gilly.
start now. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the GNL podcast. It is Gilly. What episode is this?
22. I don't know about you.
Episode 22.
Wow. Feeling 22, guys.
Yeah.
Cue that Taylor Swift song.
I don't know about you. But
Gilly knows. Gilly knows. We are missing Danielle, but she's busy. Poggy, what's she up to?
JoJo concert. We'll just keep saying
JoJo
JoJo concert.
Okay, JoJo concert.
Oh.
Joji.
Joji concert.
So it's just myself, Von Drago 604. We have Gilly Club. We have Poggy, and we brought back one of our favorite guests, who has since changed her name, formerly Sundabu, and is now Belinda, by the way. So thank you for coming, join our podcast. You're one of our favorite guests, so we bring her back. Actually, this is the first reoccurring.
I was your
guest,
first,
right? Yeah.
Oh, first recording. You're second time.
I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you for having me again. Thank you.
No problem. So we'll talk to her in just a bit. We'll go over our weeks. But it hasn't been too long since our last podcast recording, so we'll do Poggy real quick. Anything since then?
Yeah, I lost 2.5 pounds.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Good.
Progress.
Yeah.
We have progress going on for Poggy
Hey.
from the last time.
Big poops. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Just kidding.
For myself, it's gotten hotter again, so I'm feel like I'm suffering through heat again. Jeez, too much humidity since last time, but not much has changed then. But Gilly, you were not at our last podcast episode because you were busy mingling among the fandom at FanExpo in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
How was the experience? You went 2 days, right? Friday, Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, there was a lot of people, like, compared, because I went to the Calgary one too. I felt like this one was just like doubled like the size.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. What did you highlights? What were you up to?
So at this FanExpo, I didn't really buy a lot, just probably like a few stickers. But I spent most of the time just like meeting people.
You meet anyone from Twitch?
Your celebrity meetings.
Alright.
You meet anyone from Twitch?
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Oh my god! Not again!
Wait, is that
Say
bad?
names. No, he never says names.
He never says names. It's
I
like
bet-
he just
I bet-
really goes yes.
I
He
bet
goes into PR mode.
I met the girl from Stranger Things who played Chrissy. Grace.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And then-
Okay.
How was she? Let's go. You show how was she? How was
She was great. Like, she was like, I told her like Stranger Things, and then she got excited because I told her that I followed her Twitch, and then I was talking to her about Valorant and like her plays. There's like one.
she has a Twitch
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that she has a Twitch channel.
Yeah,
Is she the one that was? Is she the one that played with the offline?
Yeah, she played with offline TV.
She wasn't
Okay,
there
got it.
for long. She was like in 1 or 2 episodes, correct?
Spoilers. Yeah, she's there for a couple of episodes.
I didn't hear anything. We're good. Done.
Yeah,
No,
listen, in my defense,
We're-
in my defense, if you haven't watched it by now, it's like that's your problem. Oh.
Whoa,
Cut.
whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
Belinda's producing our episode today, so yeah. This is how.
So you're telling me you're all caught up? You're all caught up.
All caught up. All caught up.
How about House of Dragons? Have you finished that?
Do not spoil this. I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I haven't watched it. I have so much to watch it. Yeah.
Okay, who's your next celebrity then?
There's a couple. I'll just name a few. William Shatner, I saw,
Oh, old man Shatner. Nice.
and then Frodo, Elijah
Oh,
Wood.
you met Frodo.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because the hobbits were there. They had a
Did
little
you get to pay
meeting
to
thing,
see
yeah?
them?
yeah.
Wait, how much for Frodo?
I do say that.
How much?
Huh?
Is that as much as your gym membership?
No, it's not that
Oh,
much.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
But it was
under
great.
$250.
No. Way less. But it was worth it because like, you grow up watching like Lord of the Rings, and you got like
Yeah.
one of the main characters right there.
Was Sam
Okay.
there?
Yeah, he was there.
All three
too.
of them were there. Yeah.
Potatoes.
Wait, I think there's 4.
Is there 4?
Yeah,
Oh
there's
yeah,
4.
4.
There's
Yeah,
4
yeah,
of them.
four,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then
Oh, that's dope.
what do you call it? I met wait, Poggy, have you watched Stranger Things the latest season?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Okay, now I feel bad. Now I feel
Okay.
No, let me know I'm good.
Okay, we'll let you know. Okay.
I also met Eddie.
Oh
Joseph
yeah.
Flynn. I met Eddie.
The leader of the what's their
Hellfire
group
Club.
called? Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
Okay. How's he?
He was very nice. Like, and
Yeah.
he had lots of people like, I guess like, came over to like see him too.
He I think
Were
he was
they
a fan
all-
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
people liked him.
Mhm.
Were they all wearing like his stuff? Like a lot of the people in the lineup were they all wearing like the jean
dude.
jacket and stuff. And
When I was at this convention, everyone like a good portion of them had the Hellfire Club shirt, and they were selling
Yeah.
it too.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I also
Oh,
saw
I'm not surprised with that.
saw Mike too, Mike Finn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay. Did you say okay?
we're good. We're good, Pokey.
Poggy,
Oh,
you're good. Okay, Poggy's back. Oh yeah. All right. So now to the peoples. You mingled amongst the fandom. Who did you meet from the
Who's
your-
Twitch
who's your
era
crush?
or in the-
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what? No, I didn't really like. I don't think I talked to that much people there. I think I was busy, like I guess like some like waiting in lines and stuff.
But you said you met other Twitch people.
No, Poggy said that. I didn't say that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
didn't say
All right.
that.
All
Yeah.
right.
I did talk
all
to
right.
some of the art, like I guess like the art people, and Artist Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, FanExpo is not as big as Comic-Con per se, but yeah, at least something in Canada for everybody. So
I think it's the biggest one, the Toronto one. Like,
yeah, Toronto one's probably the biggest one. Like
Yeah.
I went to the one in Vancouver a bit, and it wasn't as big. But yeah, Toronto would be the biggest there. So cool.
Yeah.
So now to our guest, Belinda. So
Yes.
how was your week actually? Let's how was your last few days? It's been kind of crazy. I know.
your
I did
story
hear
the
about
other
the.
day.
I did hear about the nightclub story. I was that kind of pisses me off. That
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I don't think I should bring that story up here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Unless you guys want to hear about it. But
Oh,
Poggy wants to hear about it.
I saw your story. You don't have to
Oh,
talk
you
about
saw
it.
the story? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't talk. Yeah, it's I don't want to bring that energy here.
Crazy
Obviously,
week.
Yeah, crazy weekend. Obviously, was not okay. And
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say about it is I do appreciate everyone that kind of reached out to me and kind of like condemned that. And because I would like to believe that majority of people would think that was wrong, but you'd be surprised some people didn't think that was like wrong or excusable. But we won't talk about that. But so the positive part about it is that I do appreciate people who did reach out and say that I'm so sorry that happened. That is so messed up, and brought perspective into that because that was so messed up on so many levels. But yeah, no, I'm good. Aside from that, there were some fun moments for my weekend. And yeah, overall, it was a good weekend aside from that incident that happened. Today is what, Tuesday?
Yeah,
Okay,
you've been
so
on a streaming like
yeah,
streak
I've been
going on.
yeah, I've been streaming every single day up until Friday and Saturday because I took a break because I had to hang out with
Mhm.
some friends. And yeah, I just didn't want to like stress myself out. So I thought it was good for me to take a break regardless, right? So then I'm trying to go back to streaming, but I'm also taking a PTO vacation right now. So I'll be up today's my last day of streaming for August. I have like August sub goals and stuff. And regardless of that, I've been very busy. As you guys know, the reason I've been streaming daily is because I'm doing like a Twitch partner push. And it started off as just a joke, but it became like a thing. So I was like, okay. So then I feel like I know streaming daily, and it's been fun. Actually, I've had a lot of fun. Some people, I would caution people because you can get burned out, but I've had a lot of fun, and it's been very enjoyable. I've met so many different people, and the reason I did is because I went on the Stop Kalen dating show. So
I saw. We
uh,
saw. Well, I saw.
I wish you
Okay.
didn't. So
Okay. So no. Okay. So before we go through all that,
yeah.
let's just kind of roll it back first. So,
Mhm.
so last time you were on,
Yeah.
we didn't really talk about it. You were kind of we were doing the happy hour kind of reunion, talking about different stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we did do streamer spotlight last time, and of course you were soon to boo back then,
Mm.
and
Who?
now you're who, and now you're Belinda by the way, or BTW.
Mhm.
So let's start with that. So the rebranding
Yeah.
decision, walk us through it. Was it always there, or you weren't too happy with Sindubu or kind of thing since last time?
Yeah, yeah. So I've been on Twitch for about 2 years now, and I really the name Soondabu came about because I couldn't think of anything else, and I love Soondabu. That's literally the only reason I named myself that. But I thought it was fine because Bofu came to life, and I think if anything, the whole branding of Soondabu, the Bofu House, kind of like coined to be like the Tofu House. Bofu is my little tofu emote, has stayed with me. So there were a couple problems with the name Soondabu because every time I would enter anyone's stream, they wouldn't say Soondabu, they would say Hey Belinda, right? And for
Yeah.
marketing purposes, unless people knew who I was, and some people did, newer people won't associate Soondabu to Belinda, or I have to make it a conscious effort to say, oh, like I'm Belinda, right? So for marketing purposes and branding, it wasn't very good with that. That was the first thing. Second thing, it was really long. The name was very long. I had 7 O's in my name.
That's one of
Yeah.
the issues. I remember I was
7,
like, how many O's in that? Was it 3
yeah.
O's or 2 O's?
And it bothered me so much because it wasn't even symmetrical. Like I would have been fine if it was like 6 O's, because then you can say double O, double O, double O. But it was triple O, double O, double O. So I love symmetry, and that wasn't symmetric at all. And then the third issue with it is that I don't have a problem if you want to ask me my ethnicity, but people always thought I was Korean, and I felt like I don't know, maybe I feel like I'm poser almost, but I shouldn't because I like the food, so it's fine. But I didn't get crap for it, but I always got the question like, or people assume like I was
Argue.
Korean because of the name, and I'm not Korean. I'm Chinese ethnicity, so that was the issue. I felt like because of that, I wanted to rebrand and do something different. And I actually rebranded something else, and I hated it. So I had like an
I
identity
saw.
crisis.
I couldn't find your name.
What was that?
We
Which one was that one?
I couldn't
Wait,
find
which
your
one was
we
that?
won't talk about it. That's not going to be up in the air.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay.
But
All right. We won't talk about it.
but during this point when I did it, I had an identity crisis during that 3-month period because when you change your name on Twitch, you have to wait 3 months before you can change it.
Damn.
And but it gave me some time to think about it, and I was just going through a lot, so I was like losing my identity. There's some IRL stuff that happened, and I just felt like my life was in shambles. But then the 3-month period was over. Kind of this is like Belinda's like redemption arc kind of thing. So then I was thinking for a long, long time what I wanted to be, and I really liked just Belinda, by the way, the ring it had, and making sure that it was still coincide with my marketing. How would Bofu fit in it? And I feel like it's fine because I feel like I've done a fairly good job kind of separating and making Bofu the highlight of my Twitch channel, highlight of my life, right? Highlight in terms of association with me. So when we think about Soondabu, it was usually Bofu and Belinda, and the soon to be was like a subtitle, which is why I was not attached to the name. Bofu is somebody I wanted to keep with me. So when I rebranded to Belinda, by the way, I feel like Bofu is still sticking because people associate Bofu with me at this point. So we rebranded on July 13th, and it was met with really a positive feedback. And if you didn't like it, I don't care because I like it. But yeah,
You spoil it, girl.
yeah. But I like the ring to it. It makes me feel a lot better about myself, and I feel like I have like my identity back, essentially. And I really like it. And from there on, it's kind of been like up and up for me as going into everything that I'm doing, which we can touch upon if you want to.
As long as you're happy. As
Yeah.
long as you're
Yeah.
happy.
Ain't it crazy? I remember the first time meeting you, and you're just kind of like, just want to learn about League. I just want to play, and now you're like talking marketing strategy and
Yeah.
everything, and it literally is like your business now, and you grew community, and yeah, it's just kind of nutty. It was cool. It's really cool to witness, actually. And in that aspect now, so now that Twitch is such a big thing in your life, I know with friends they always are like, "Oh, you're doing that Twitch thing and stuff." Like, how is your personal friends? I know, actually, you know what? A lot of your friends are very supportive. It seems like it because I remember all your birthday streams. They
Yeah.
coming in and they enjoy it too.
Yeah.
So
No.
have they integrated that into you, or they what kind of reactions do you get? Has there been oddity, or they've been very welcoming and they understand if you have to stream and all that stuff? Like especially after 2 years of of streaming now.
Yeah. All my friends are very supportive of this hobby turned into like a side business essentially at the end of the day. I feel like I really I'm starting to want to scale it more and bring more content and more events to my community, which is why it's the side business, right? And I'm starting to branch out, which we can talk about all the things it's been kind of crazy. These last few months have been very crazy. I joined an organization, all that stuff. We can talk about that. But in terms of your question, whether my friends are supportive, they're very supportive because this is something they know brings me a lot of passion, and I'm really happy with it. And I tell them about it, and they love listening. And some of them are like big into like I have a brand, like I have someone that works in brand management and brand marketing, so I kind of toss them a couple ideas by her too as well. So it's just really fun to also hear people's perspective that are not on Twitch to kind of get like a fresh new take on it. And that's what I appreciate my friends for, because they're not so integrated with Twitch where I can get like a different idea and thought if I had questions. So overall, very, very supportive of this endeavor that I have. And I try to balance it with like hanging out with them as well. But everyone's really busy nowadays. So it works because I have a lot of free time. So yeah, it's just myself and my dog. So
Oh yeah, that's right, Atlas.
yeah.
How's he doing? How's Atlas doing?
He's doing well. Still has that permanent wink, but he's doing
Yeah,
well.
still living
Yeah.
his best life.
Yeah, needy as
Is he
always. Yeah.
is he behaving a little better, or is he still?
He's still needy. I mean, he's behaving, but he's still needy. So it is what it is. So
Okay, all right, okay.
yeah,
So after 2 years, and oh, so yeah, that's right. I forgot you joined an org,
I
right?
did. I joined an organization. Yeah,
So how did that
AOE.
come about?
So that came about because this year I had some goals written out, and one of my goals that I wanted to do was I wanted to join Budget Rival, which is it's a I don't want to say it's like I don't want to say it's an organization, but it's a tournament essentially run by some content creators, some Twitch people, um, and this is the fifth time they've hosted Budget Rival, and I remember seeing it in January. I think they host it twice a year, and they hosted the first one in January, and I like participating in tournaments. I just don't get the chance to because I'm always hosting them. So I wanted to participate in this one because the style of this tournament is that they invite content creators. So I wanted to network and get to know people more in the league scene. And like 90 something people signed up, and they only allow 40 people. And they did select me, and I was really excited. By the way, I was the lowest ELO person there, and it was fine.
Elo
But
don't matter, girl.
yeah, it was really funny when Ziani, one of the organizers, kind of came and told me about it. But I was really excited. Had a great experience there. So shout out to Budget Rival for giving me that experience. And then from there, there was some people that were part of an organization called AOE, Area of Effects, which is a small organization, but that they are trying to break into the pro scene more. So they have like their own team, amateur team, and all that stuff. And there's one player that got signed to like I think TSM or like on the like I think so. I don't want to quote me. I'm new to the organization, so maybe fact check me. But yeah, it's really big deal. They're doing a lot of good work, and I love what they're doing for the league community essentially. And I got to meet with I guess you'll call him the CEO, like the head person there, to kind of see if we would align in our terms of vision, because he's trying to add, because they focus more on players, right? But they want to start adding more streamers to their organization. So I was one of the first. Well, I'm one of the streamers that they're adding to their organization. So yeah, so now it's not like I sign with them because there's no written contractual thing. It's more of like a partnership, right? Because they want to see me grow and I want to see them grow too. So it's been really exciting so far. So.
Damn. Dude, I just remember like you 1v1ing Rye back in the day when we first played. Until now. Until now. Man, so much has changed, girl. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
crazy.
You know what? I remember when you joined the org, I've not heard of it, but now that you describe it more on it, I'm like, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good to hear. And then, you know, we can actually say, you know, when you blow up, hey, we had our first here on the GNL podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I think this organization's, you know, small, but I think they can make big waves and I support their vision. So we'll see where that takes them. Right. And I would love, I'm happy I can be part of the journey with them to see what that brings in the next coming years. So yeah, it's exciting.
So part of that blowing up and getting noticed by people is the dating game with Caitlin. So how did that come up?
Yeah, I will say that was probably the most visibility I got from my Twitch streaming career so far. Is I got on the Sub Caitlin dating show, and I was sitting on stream, like I didn't do anything, right? And then I had someone DM me, and then I'm like, and then they said Sub Caitlin on Twitter. I was like, is this real? So, because I don't watch her content very much, but I know what her content is, right? And I'll tune in every now and then. But it's definitely more mature content, right? Which is something that I don't do much of. But I really admire.
Gilly knows.
Yeah, Gilly knows. Yeah, I admire how upfront she is, and I feel like the content she has is really funny still at the end of the day. But for a more mature audience, and she really puts herself out there, and I think it just takes a really confident woman to do that, and I admire that. But yeah, so she asked me if I wanted to be on her dating show. It was Tuesday. She asked me if I wanted to go on Thursday. I was like, on stream, I was like, guys, do I say yes? And then by the way, this is totally out of my comfort zone. I've never gone on a dating show, let alone such a dating show with this many people, right? So she averages like 2.5 to 3,000 viewers, right, or more. Yeah. And I was like, this is a lot of people. But yeah, I kind of like, okay, why not? YOLO. So I said yes and got on the show. Yeah, I got asked so many personal questions that my chat knows I do not answer these questions very often, but this was very different. So I definitely put myself out there because, I was streaming it, and every time they ask me a question, I literally look at the cam and I look at my chat and I'm like, okay, here we go. So now regret, I don't know if I'm regretful of this, but yeah, they know a lot of things about me that I've never told them because I put myself out there. But it is what it is. It's fine. And it's things that I think girls need to be more confident talking about anyway. It's just I definitely, more reserved in that aspect. But there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's just that I'm definitely more shy when it comes to these things. But yeah, now my chat kind of teases me. But it's like fun-ish, until it gets too much, then obviously we'll draw the boundaries. But yeah, so that's what happened. And because of that, I've gotten a lot of new viewers, and I was trying to gauge what it was that, I felt like when I was on the show, I was very tense and I was very nervous. I was not loose at all, like the way I'm talking to you guys right now. This is more natural because I know you guys. and there isn't like 3,000 people watching me.
Yeah.
But during the show, my answers were so, I feel like so formal, if anything, and really short. And I
Like an
think
interview.
honestly, yeah, like I was like so nervous, right? I was so nervous. So I think what won them over was me dancing. so, so I danced for them, and yeah, so that really, people really like that. So, which then segues into like the Bofu Bowl, because I will be having a halftime show performance where I'm dancing. So anyway,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
So-
right. Both of oh yeah, both. So is it which bowl? What is it? 2, 3?
Three.
I
This is
don't know.
three.
Three. Oh, it's 3. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
it's like the Super Bowl, guys. I'm an NFL fan. We're modeling it like the Super Bowl. We have an NFL. We have a halftime
Once a
show
year.
performance, probably at the end of the show, for you guys. So, but yeah, so then that goes well in hand with like kind of the momentum that I'm having with Budget Rival was right before that. Then got part like am working now as a streamer under AOE, and then the Sub Kalen show happened, and now we're moving into the Bofu Bowl. So it's kind of like aligning well
We're
with
rolling.
my schedule. Yeah.
How many teams you got right now?
How many
Or, like,
what?
Could be. How many teams
Oh,
are you playing now?
we have 16 teams.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
16.
So yeah.
Oh wow.
The first Bofu Bowl was 8 teams. The second one was 12, and this year I was aiming for 16 teams, and we have 16 teams. We had about we had over 100 applicants.
Oh wow.
So it's really exciting. It's and the prize money gets bigger and better each year. Do I go into Bofu Bowl, or did you have another question?
Both of them
No,
over here.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about Bowl Bowl. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so then
It's
segueing
bigger.
into-
Like, wait. Bowl Bowl. What did it start with? It was like how many teams? It just started as a community tournament, right? It's pretty much,
correct.
right?
Yeah. So if for anyone who doesn't know, like I'm a mostly just chatting League of Legends streamer. I do some IRL stuff like cooking and dancing, but just chatting in League of Legends is usually what I do. And something that I've been passionate about is starting to host tournaments for my community. And I started doing that last year with Bofu Bowl 1. Bofu Bowl is essentially a League of Legends tournament that's hosted by me, and we play on the Rift, right? It's a draft style tournament where you sign up, and then we select captains. You get drafted on a team, you practice with them, and then you duke it out on the Rift. It's a fun, competitive tournament, no toxicity involved. But you play to win, and most importantly, you play to have fun. So this is the third one we're having. So the first time I had it was actually this time around. Last year I had Bofu Bowl 1 around this time. But because it was so popular, we decided to try to scale it and make it 2 times a year. So we had one in the spring season in March, which was great because we got 12 teams. And then now in the fall season, we have, I'm happy to say that we have 16 teams coming into the Bofu Bowl. So it's really exciting. And each year it gets bigger and better. Like I said, I have very generous sponsors, what they call them, they're community members that donate to the Bofu Bowl. So I was able to make it so that the prize money, which is not it's not what the intent of the Bofu Bowl is, but it's nice to give to like have something to work for. Because at the end of the day, I feel like it's the experience that people tell me that they value the most. So hopefully that is the case, and I can provide that same experience. I mean, Pogi was part of it, so hopefully he won Bofu Bowl too. So hopefully he had a good experience with that.
I'm retired.
Retired, yeah.
Champion.
And
come out of
and with a
retirement.
bang
Come
kind
out
of thing. So yeah, and then this Bofu Bowl, we have 16 teams. It's gone more. It has more, obviously gone more attention, which is why we can get 16 teams. We're gonna have like a West and Eastern Conference, different divisions,
Awesome.
different
That's
division.
crazy.
Then because the halftime show kind of concept got introduced last year, I say last year, but it was actually just this March. We're bringing that again because I guess I'm modeling it like the Super Bowl. So we're gonna have a halftime show performance that I will be dancing in, but there'll be special guests maybe. So we're gonna maybe bring some of my dance crew in, maybe some DJing. We don't know yet. I'm still in the works for that. And then at the end of the day, the Bofu Bowl also is a charity drive because this is something. Because it gets a lot of visibility. I figured the first Bofu Bowl I did, I wanted to do something to give back to the community, like another community. So it started off as a tournament, and then we also paired it up with like fundraising. I like that concept, so we brought it back for Bofu Bowl 2, and now we're doing it for Bofu Bowl 3. So there's a lot of things going. It's a league tournament. We're raising money for charity. If you don't like any of those and you like just watching performances, like a Super Bowl performance, we have that too. Or if you like gifts and like you like giveaways, we'll also be giving giveaways as well. And if you just want to watch, you can just watch. So there's a little bit of anything. There's a little bit of something for hopefully anyone. So that's the whole Bofu Bowl. So it's the biggest thing that I think I would say I host now on twice a year. So we're gonna try to do it 2 times next year as well. But yeah, this is
And
Bofu Bowl
this
3.
16 teams in this draft too, right? As well.
Yeah, so we're trying to, which is why I'm also like, I'm busy. So Twitch is not my full-time job, but it feels like it's a full-time job. I do work outside of that, but we are trying to finalize the format of the Bofu Bowl purely because each year we have different amounts of team, like 8, 12, and now 16. So we always have to like shift how we were going to do the draft, how we're doing the tournament style. And we don't want to shift too much, but I do think this year is going to be pretty different in terms of what we're trying to accomplish and still provide like a good, high quality experience to our participant and the viewers. So I will say that's one thing I'm pretty good at. I'm really organized, and I want to make sure that the production and the tournament that I host is of the highest quality as possible. Obviously, sometimes we miss the mark, but the intent is always there. So that's what we're trying to provide for everybody. So, but yeah, so I have a really good mod team that helps me out with this.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Like, I joined the first 2 and I was a part of it. And legit, your community, your team makes the whole event so smooth. And like your mods are super nice. Like I met some of them like in person and they're super nice. So you have a great community. Except for that guy. What do you see in that guy? I don't like him at all.
No, Jeff is shout out to Jeff. He's done a fantastic job.
Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah. But yeah,
he told you the story of how you met. He never said hi to anyone. He just sat down.
He was shy. You understand what that means, like. Okay.
So rude. So rude.
Well, if you go to TwitchCon, he's gonna be there, so you guys can have it.
Oh my god, no!
You can have a reunion. So, but anyway,
wait, are you going to? Are you going to?
I am going to TwitchCon. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh yeah. So is there? I'm guessing that you're gonna have a meetup.
Yeah, so there's so many things. There's Bofu Bowl going on. I'm also looking for additional mods because I think my team is getting bigger. And then we're trying to plan a meetup for, I guess, something for the Bofu house, right? And obviously, you guys are welcome to come. For Bofu members that are, neighboring communities, we're big fans of GNL. So yeah, so we're planning something there. Like I said, I have a really awesome mod team that's helped me coordinate different things happening because. Not gonna lie, I was very stressed this morning, but they've really kind of come in and really helped me out. So yeah, we're gonna be planning something, and we'll be releasing it soon in the Bofu House. Kind of gauging who will be there so that we can coordinate and make sure that it's all set up correctly. So yeah.
This Belinda CEO, you go girl.
I'm expecting a humongous house party.
Hey, it's a Bofu House meetup. Maybe Bofu House party meetup. So we'll see. But I heard there's some strict rules with like California and like specifically Airbnbs. Yeah. You can't like throw parties.
You can't throw parties, yeah.
Yeah, so we're trying to see. Maybe we do like a big bonfire, right? So it's outside or something, so they know, clean up after yourself kind of thing. So we'll see. Yeah.
And this is your first TwitchCon, right?
This is my first TwitchCon. I do not know what to expect.
Is it your first convention in general? Like, have you been to conventions before? Like,
I've been to like one convention, just to walk around. I would say I'm like not like a huge convention person. I've never been to like the expos you guys were talking about. I've never been to that or like anime expos. I think those are fun.
Or anything like that.
Yeah, I've never. But I want to try to visit more and see try different conventions out. But this will be my first convention essentially. I don't know what to expect. Okay, I'll let you know my work convention. I know what to expect for those, but like this is like more social content creation. Convention. So I did buy the 3-day pass with the party pass, with the party pass.
The concert. Yeah, the party concert.
So I bought it just in case. I wanted flexibility, and because it's my first time going to TwitchCon, I want to make sure I have the opportunity to go on days where maybe there's somebody that wanted to meet up there that day or something. So Even though tickets were so expensive. So
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I'm going all 3 days, but I have the option to, and to see what is. I kind of want to enjoy the whole experience and see if people have ideas of what to do. So, but yeah, I'm mostly looking forward to meeting people, networking, and meeting like other content creators, because I think that's something during COVID, with streaming and during Twitch, is something I would say that I've really enjoyed. By the way, do you guys hear like a noise? Is it me or is it you guys?
I hear
Just
anything.
making sure.
And
Okay. I think it's just me. I just want to make sure you guys aren't like picking up on that
no,
audio.
we're good.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
good. No,
Yeah.
we're good.
Is there a streamer you want to meet at TwitchCon? Like,
Yeah, I was about to
top
say,
three?
because
Top three.
Gilly was hard to extract that. He's like
Oh.
5. Because of 5, he was like, he went into PR mode.
Top three. It could be someone, Twitch famous, or someone like
Big,
within.
small.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry.
don't
Is there
matter.
somebody I want to meet?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, top three.
Oh.
Top three.
Oh,
But not
top
in
three?
ranking, but 3 people that come into mind. Your life depends on it. 3, 2, 1.
I don't have like a top 3. No.
Wait,
Yeah.
Gilly.
Okay. Oh, it'd be Gilly. No, I mean, Gilly.
Thank you.
No, I really don't have like expectation of who to meet. If anything, I want to meet like maybe my community. If anything,
Yeah.
right? People that I,
Same.
because I've been on the plot. Like you're going, right, Steve?
Yeah,
You're going.
yeah.
Okay, you've been with me and Poggy. I've never met you. It's like
Yeah.
I see you guys, but I've never met you guys. So I think if anything, I'm more excited to meet people who've been with me for the past 2. It's crazy. Some people have watched me on Twitch for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
I think
that feels kind of.
yeah. So I'm not in like, I mean, meeting someone big would be great. Kind of picking their brain would be great. But I think I'm more intentional with meeting my communities, because I think people who've been here for the past 2 years and have been so supportive of the journey and helping cultivate. Because I started it, but I do not take credit for the state of where the Bofu House is, right? And meeting those people is who I want to meet. So that's kind of who I want to meet.
I remember we were talking about TwitchCon and our experiences. So So this is going to be my 3rd TwitchCon.
Really? Okay.
The first 2, I went alone. I didn't know anyone.
Oh, I see.
Like, I didn't know anyone, so it was more of like
that's brave.
meeting the big streamers.
Okay.
So that was like, and just a convention, because I was used to Comic-Con. So I went to Comic-Con for about 3 years straight. So that was my experience of a convention. Twitch is a bit different. So when I went to Twitch, it was more of like you, in the sense of, I said, and I got used to traveling alone. So it got to the point of like, I'm gonna go to Twitch. Let's see if I meet anyone. Network a bit, enjoy it, right? And so the first one was actually more of like enjoying things. Second was a little bit more intention of still meeting some of the big streamers, but more of I just started into videography, so I actually brought my camera out and I was filming stuff, practicing that. But then the network part like accidentally kicked in, because that's where I met Kana and Rai, and that's how my whole Twitch kind of experience like really kicked into overdrive on that. But it's kind of crazy that your first one is like, I'm meeting my community. Like, who cares about the big streamers? It's like, you got a community, and you got like you got enough for like, you got to actually organize like a get together, and keep it under control in that sense. So because I know Gilly, is this your 3rd one? This is your 3rd one too, right? Yeah, well, you were kind of the same in the San Jose. Was you like, you were solo,
San Jose, I went solo. It was just near the area I was staying in, the Bay Area, so I just went there, and then I met Rai and Kana for the first time, which was great. And then
you sound so enthusiastic. It was great.
Because I have a joke. I have a joke.
Bogey, explain it.
I have a joke where, because like every time someone meets Kana and Rai at TwitchCon, they become GNL. They become members.
Oh, I see.
And then
so Vaughn and Gilly are members. Yeah, exactly.
They recruiters somehow.
And then you would believe
the second
TwitchCon I went to, I ran into Canada and Rye again. But Pokey and Nikki first.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was yeah, San
And
Jose
I saw
was
Vaughn too.
fun. Yeah, and that was the crazy thing. We were actually breathing the same air, like near the same booth, and we didn't even know it.
Vaughn was
I
actually
Yeah, like-
behind me during the offline TV podcast.
Yeah, I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
We actually just see each other in the video. So
You see.
I'm excited to see everyone. I'm excited to see
yeah.
everyone.
I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing about TwitchCon now for a lot of us. Well, in our community, is actually like meeting each other.
Yeah.
Especially after the pandemic and stuff. And
Yeah,
I was
2
looking,
years.
I was looking so forward to 2020, the convention, and then the pandemic hit, and I was like, so.
Yeah, I think during the pandemic, that's like when I met more people on Twitch. You stay
I mean,
home and you're
yeah.
on Twitch most of the time. Yeah.
So
yeah, like that's the same because I started streaming during the convention. During the pandemic, right?
Convention's crazy.
Convention, yeah, that didn't happen, right?
the online convention,
Yeah.
it seems like it.
But I mean, I met so many. When the world was just kind of like going into hiding, and I'm such an extrovert. It's I was like, oh, I'm bored. This is where I feel like I've met so many people during my time on Twitch, and it's been great, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If in terms of big people, maybe offline TV.
Any member in particular?
I really like this guy's Toast. So I think
He's
he's
chill.
yeah.
He's really chill.
You can
I
probably find
think-
him just walking around.
Yeah, I think he's like his humor might be a little bit too dry for me, but I do think he's very intellectual and smart and all that stuff. Want to pick his brain. I think he's very strategic and smart with terms of how he produces content. Pokey, I would like to meet Pokey. I think she's boss woman. I love her. So, and then she's not on Twitch anymore, so I don't expect to see her there. But also Valkyrie, I really like her. Like she's probably somebody I love.
We know a particular someone who really
Yeah,
wants to.
so in terms of big streamers, those are probably my favorite big streamers. I don't tune in and watch all the times because it's just so much happening in their chat.
The hard part.
Yeah, but I'll watch more of like the content
Like
they produce
YouTube.
on like YouTube or something, their shorts, anything. But those are 3 streamers I would probably want to meet and say hi and just kind of, like I like your content, like when I do get to consume it, but yeah, so stuff like that.
Toast is a math major, so that sounds.
Is he?
Yeah, that's why. Like how you described him, I was just like, yeah, that's a math major.
yeah. I think he's very smart and strategic about how he produces his content and all that stuff, and has a very dry humor, but yeah, it's his thing. So yeah.
The funny thing about this guy's Toast is that because I'm a boomer, he gets the older jokes, like the boomer jokes, to even the jokes now, right? Like from boomer to zoomer, he gets all the concepts. So that's why I like him too, because like
relatable.
It was relatable because there's jokes that I know that some people won't understand, and he laughed at it. I was like, and I was laughing at it. I was like, oh, I didn't even know he really he kind of knew those. I was like, he's too young for that, but yeah, he understands that. But TwitchCon should be, I would say, make sure you bring some comfortable shoes.
Yep.
That's one thing, because you're gonna be walking around there. You'll definitely like the gas lamp district. There's a lot of restaurants and bars down there.
Okay.
Omnia.
If you want to see us on a certain Friday night,
is that a club?
Get an Omnia for a bit.
Friday, Saturday, Thursday.
Is everyone going? Is there? So like, I'm wondering, like, does everyone for TwitchCon, like, I assume most of it, from what I'm hearing, it's not really about the convention itself. It's a lot of people having their own meetups, their own parties. Is that a thing? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Like I haven't experienced it, but Pokey has.
It's like kind of like work. You go there 9 to 5, and then afterwards you go to do your own stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Omnia.
There's definitely
Friday night.
Friday night. Okay, I'll tell her about it. Okay, Friday night.
Pokey has the table.
It's
Oh
a
God.
table.
Got it.
On the
Oh
secret
God.
word. You gotta get it from both.
Kind of has his wallet anyways too.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Cat has it in his wallet, so it's all paid by
Noted.
Chloe.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things is that you'll set aside a time to actually work the floor because especially with your vision, like you can go on the floor. There's a lot of vendors there and everything, and you can talk to meet there,
Oh,
network. Yeah,
okay.
so make sure you put some time to like go to booths that and to some um of those companies and brands that you've always liked or always been interested in, and just talk to some of their reps and stuff, and it'll be interesting. Some of the connections you can talk about and how some of their sponsorships work and everything. So
Got it. Yeah.
I'm
That's
excited for you.
yeah. That is something I'm doing this year more of. Especially with the Bofu Bowl coming, it's like I get a lot of visibility for it. So in joining AOE, I have John, the I guess I call him the CEO, the guy in charge, right, has already bridged some connections for me. So I am working on 2 potential partnership deals that I'm very excited about. So, but and I got to talk to them. So we'll see where that engagement goes. But yeah, this is something I want to like be more intentional about because I want to share things with my community as well. So that way, if there's products that I like and that align with my vision, I want to share that with the community. So yeah, so it's all that. The thing I wanted to do that I probably will not have time to because I only have a month to do it is I wanted to have like some merch so I can pass out or like t-shirts or something we can wear together. I just don't think I have time. So I think the most I'll probably do is probably like produce stickers or some sort and just kind of hand that
yeah,
out. Because I think, I don't know, I might be biased, but I love my character. I love Bofu and I think he's very
Yeah.
adorable and lovable. And I think the one thing that I focused a lot on when I was thinking of this vision and where we can go with, now reflecting on 2 years into streaming, I think the one thing I did a good job was branding Bofu because I think he has essentially become iconic, right? You could have people redraw him if you want, and his signature traits are his bite mark and his blush. And I've had people redraw him, and you still know that's Bofu, and he's very specific, and that's me. I get tied to my community, so I think that's something I've been intentional about trying to do. Is I want to make Bofu famous, and kind of take the Bofu house to different places. So there's a lot of stuff I have ideas about. I've not jotted them down, which is why I'm trying to work more diligently with my mod team and kind of set up some milestones essentially of things we want to accomplish. So.
Okay.
Gilly, head of merchandise, did you take notes?
which one?
Oh,
We need character. We need character.
Oh, we
Who's our
gotta
character?
rethink this head of mercerdise
Okay,
position.
we need
I
character.
mean, you guys know. I mean, Bofu really, because everyone says Bofu
No,
fam,
no,
Bofu
yeah,
squad, Bofu house. So it's really Bofu
GNL.
show,
Yeah.
and Bofu
yeah.
the little tofu.
Wait,
There's
do
a
you have
ring to it.
stickers already? Yes, stickers already made for TwitchCon to give out.
Not yet, but I feel like
Yeah.
I was also very intentional with the emotes that I made. I feel like I don't know. I mean, I might sound biased, but I really like the emotes that I have. All I need to find is someone who can, if you guys know somebody, to print the stickers for me, and it'll just literally be
Hmm.
Bofu, and then probably Belinda, by the way, and then our Discord, and then
Because last
yeah.
TwitchCon, my laptop is filled with Twitch stickers from people. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Yeah,
I realized that I'm not like a big sticker person, but I know people
I'm
love
not either.
stickers. So I figured stickers would be nice. I don't know about keychains, but if I had Bofu keychain, I would have one. I would like that. So
These are nice.
yeah.
Like,
I made
I
some
find
new
that.
emotes. Yeah.
Oh no, I found that stickers is the new flair. Like it
Yeah.
used to be buttons. Like at conventions, like at Comic Con,
Mhm.
it's like people want to collect buttons.
Yeah.
But at TwitchCon, it's more of stickers.
Stickers?
People are
Yeah.
collecting stickers.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Bofu was always it was a well developed character, and
Thank
it's
you.
very unique.
I'm very proud of him. And I Pogi and guys, I have a new like emo. I have Bofu lip bite. Just saying.
Oh, there you go, just for
baby.
Pogi.
I think that's gonna be a popular sticker.
Yeah,
'Cause-
the lip bite. The lip bite. Yeah, the lip bite should be
Why?
popular.
Funny.
I gave him a cap and everything. It's really, I don't know. I like the way
bet.
yeah.
So here's a question with so many things going on with you right now.
Yeah.
Like, how have you managed your time? Like, just going out with friends and just
Oh my god, yeah.
even like just going out on the weekend and having a good time, you know,
And
like
playing League till
has it
like
been hard
4
to
a.m.
manage? Is it one day you're just so fresh and you're like, forget it, I'm going out, Larry, everybody, and or has it been kind of you just integrate it and plan it out, or has it been just kind of YOLO things and your
And you
friends
play
call you
League?
out?
And you play League at 4 a.m. and you go to work at what, 7 a.m.?
9.
9.
I am truly a degen at the end of the day. Even if I didn't do what I'm doing now in terms of playing League or even planning for the Bufu Bowl, I'm just such a night owl. I think a lot at night. I have so many things, and now that I think so much, I don't want the ideas to pass by me, so I tend to write them down on my notes, and I kind of, you know, make sure I, tell someone about it. So how do I manage my time? I don't. I'm pretty bad about managing that. So I think one thing I might want to focus on is making sure I'm more routine with my schedule. I am organized, but I'm not very good at making sure I take care of, like, making sure I'm taken care of. So that's why I mentioned don't be me. Make sure you guys coordinate and eat properly and sleep. So I don't sleep that much, but I do take naps. I take a lot of naps. So I get everything I need. But yeah, it's something I definitely can do better. I can definitely do better with time management. But right now, with the Bofu Bowl season, Bowl 3 season upon us, it's just a lot of things to do. But that's why delegating and making sure you have a good mod team that you can trust is really good and real important. So my mods want to help out, and I just need to be better about how I can delegate more to them so that way they can help out. And then, like I said, we're adding a few more mods, which is funny because it's now turning into like a piece of like kind of game show we're hosting for like who wants to be next Bofu House mod kind of thing. So that's another piece of content that we're producing. And I got an editor for YouTube, so I'm also trying to produce more YouTube videos as well and be more active on different social media platforms. So we are really trying to expand. Yeah, and TikTok. We're really trying to expand this year in terms of our reach and what we can take the Bofu house to different places. And I think like my brand in terms of you can get a little bit of everything, but in terms of like league related activities, I'm probably the person that's known to host like pretty quality events, because we don't just host the Bofu Bowl, which is our more competitive event. We also host now ARAM tournaments and also my favorite Bofu Squid Game. So
Oh, the ARAM tournament.
yeah, they're fun.
First, that's still kind of the first round.
Gilly,
You guys,
yes.
you guys.
Yeah, I remember a certain person who didn't. I
didn't know the Billy stacks.
He's playing Vagar. Doesn't know how to play Vagar.
Oh my god! I knew what his Billy's like. Oh okay.
I don't play many champs either, so like I'm probably not a good ARAM team member, but yeah, I only play like 4 champs, so you're fine. Yeah. But it's supposed to be more lighthearted because it's ARAM, you know. So
supposed to be, but it gets.
I was flaming the hell out of Gilly.
Okay, Gilly, you did your best. Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll remind Gilly as
we have the VOD. We have the VOD next to somebody.
My Valorant skills don't transfer. My Valorant skills do not transfer.
Yeah. I mean, people ask me if I want to host like Valorant tournaments, but I'm just not a Valorant. I don't play the game.
Yeah,
but
you've just been League, right?
Yeah,
it's just been League.
Yeah,
that's crazy. 2 years straight streaming League. That's crazy.
Yeah, if I ever get into Valorant, which is the only, so if there's another game that I would ever get into, God, you're gonna clip this. My community is gonna love it because everyone's wanting me to get into Valorant because it's mostly a League community, but I have a lot of people that play Valorant. Most people do, right?
Yeah.
If I do, I will definitely host a Valorant tournament, but I have not gone there yet. So
exclusive announcement here on the GNL podcast. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
you heard it here
first.
Maybe next year.
I will play Valorant.
Oh,
next year.
The
following year.
There's our YouTube thumbnail right there.
Yeah.
The following year.
Announcement. Belinda makes that crazy announcement. Yeah, that's been crazy. So Riot out there, come on, give this girl a sponsorship. Throw her a bone. She's been very, very, very loyal to your game out there.
Yeah, right.
man.
Partnership. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And also
Yeah.
Twitch, if you're listening right here, if anyone deserves a partnership, I really believe that you, Belinda, like you've worked so hard, like your growth has been crazy. Even doing this, even the podcast in here, I'm even more. I'm blown away, like as
Thank
far as like
you. I appreciate
your the kind of um uh just commitment that you're putting into this. So it's very inspiring, and I think for a lot of people out there, if it's not that you don't have to be this crazy blown up streamer in order
Mhm.
to make it a decent, enjoyable, fulfilling experience. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be that crazy, right?
Mhm.
And you learn a lot of skills, and yeah, it's really it's really fun. If you're listening and you're out there and you're kind of still enjoy streaming, but you will get a lot out of it if you do love what you love streaming and gaming. So
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
been very fulfilling for me. I don't know about you, Pogi and Gilly, but it's been I don't know. It's been definitely an experience for me, in my sense. So, but
Yeah.
on
But
that,
seeing Belinda's growth is kind of crazy.
yeah,
Like I
I
legit
think
remember seeing Belinda in my chat for the first time, just saying hi, and then I don't know that happened. Then Ryan versus Belinda 1v1, and then we played League together, and then the happy hour, and then you're hosting like events. It's crazy.
wait.
Yeah.
So,
Do you still have the boots? Or did
My
they ever
boots?
someone threw up on it, right?
did they ever get
You got
revived?
ruined.
Oh no, my favorite boots I still have. Those are
Oh.
Pogi's. Pogi doesn't like those boots, but yeah, no, they're revived.
Oh,
They're
okay.
good. Yeah, they're
Okay,
safe.
Never
good,
said
good.
that. I
Yeah.
never said that. Stop
No,
putting words
I
in my
have
mouth.
boots. Yeah, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be cold enough for me to bring them to San Diego for TwitchCon. But yeah, no, I still have my boots. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You definitely should
Bringing
meet up at
old
TwitchCon
joke
for
back,
sure.
huh?
Yeah, we should definitely be on TwitchCon. Yeah. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we should definitely like catch
oh,
up. Mhm.
yeah, we'll be as just to give you insight, we're going to be doing some IRL streaming.
Okay.
So we got the backpack going. I'll bring my backpack down there,
Nice.
and we'll get some vlogging going. So hopefully we'll bump into you on the floor,
Yeah.
and we can we'll have you in there and stuff. So,
Yeah. Are you guys going all
but
3 days?
Yeah.
yep,
We'll
yeah,
be,
Okay.
we're there full.
3 days at
we'll-
Omnia.
Yeah,
Noted,
we're there Wednesday. We're there Wednesday till Monday.
Yeah.
Wednesday till Monday.
Oh, you guys are there from Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We could chill
I haven't.
out.
Yeah, I haven't bought my tickets yet.
Dude, flights
So
are
I'm-
crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like I want to come a day early or stay like a day later or something like
Yeah,
that.
get your tickets
Yeah.
a day before. Make it easy.
Huh?
Get your tickets a day early so you can be easy the next day.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
So we're about that time. So closing out. First we'll go. We kind of close on what's up for the next few days. Gilly, anything coming up?
Nothing much. I think I'm just gonna play Valo.
Yeah,
Nothing has changed.
Just relax.
Yeah,
Relax.
you got to keep it. You got to keep the ass man.
It's saving
Right.
until TwitchCon.
I don't get that. What is
What?
Ash Man?
Oh,
That's the rank.
it's the rank.
Oh,
There's a
oh.
new rank.
Yeah.
Oh
It's-
shit!
oh.
Really?
Yeah.
it's called-
Ascendant.
wait.
You can be
It's
Ascendant.
yeah.
Oh, I want to play Valorant. I want to be Ash Man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's like a term, but yeah,
I need
ascendant.
it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
okay. Pogi, anything?
Next this Labor Day, releasing another
It's Labor Day,
podcast.
long weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, podcast for True Hoops Pod, and hopefully two episodes next week.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Season's coming up, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's happening
Yeah.
out there. Myself, I forgot it's a long weekend. So, but trying to starting to get see if these streams of me editing will try to get that going. And a little more Valorant, a little more Tower of Fantasy. We'll see what happens.
Mhm.
But it's going to be some preparing for TwitchCon too. So got to get my equipment ready since it's
Save a
been
lot of money.
while since I got the equipment out and everything. So on that,
Make sure you don't break the HDMI.
no, it was a USB.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Drift, I forgive you. I still love you, man. But Belinda, anything wait, when will I don't know when will this podcast will be coming out? So the Mr. Producer, Pogi, when's this supposed to be out? I think
15th or the
15th.
16th.
Anything out there around there, Belinda? I know Bofu Bowl is going to be. When's Bofu Bowl again?
So we just closed signups. So happy to say we have now we're going to be able to secure 16 teams. So we are going to have probably with two scheduled things with two. Two scheduled events before the actual Bofu Bowl tournament, which is going to happen to you guys September 23rd to the 25th. We've extended it to one extra day because of the amount of people that are joining. So we are going to finalize the captains list and release that tomorrow. And then we're going to have a captains showdown. Essentially, we're going to be introducing the captains next week and having them kind of talk. I think that's fun. I think that's something we brought last year. And it's really nice to kind of have people get to know the captains, bring that whole camaraderie and experience and excitement and a little bit of bantering with the captains. So we're bringing that, and then we're going to have them pair up with each other and play league, so you guys can showcase their skills on a team. And then we'll have a draft. That draft is going to happen on the 8th of September. And then once whoever gets drafted on the team will then practice with your team and then get ready for the tournament on the 23rd to the 25th of September. So yeah, those are the big highlights in terms of what we're doing in terms of the Bofu Bowl. In between there's going to be sprinkles of who wants to be the next Bofu mod showcase that came up, and I will probably be doing as many streams daily leading all the way up to TwitchCon. So yeah, but I'll be busy this weekend because I'm going out of town. I'm actually going to North Coast, Chicago, I think. Illinois.
Oh, Chi-town.
Yeah,
I've never been.
Eat well there. Eat well in Chi-town.
Deep dish pizza.
And party. Yeah. So that's why I'm shifting on my timeline around because I'm so busy. But so I'm excited for this weekend and kind of chilling with my friends, as you mentioned, what I'm trying to do. So I do try to coordinate and balance as much as I can. Yeah. Not the best at it, but I do try. So yeah, those are my big highlights coming up. Yes.
I have a question. Sure. Would you ever consider, for all the winners or maybe top two teams in the Bofu Bowl, would you ever do a championship
I would.
Season?
Yeah, I would. But
I'm just saying, my team is the best team. That's why I retired. I've done enough. I need to beat the other winners.
Yeah. No, I definitely would. Because I just need to get more Bofu Bowl tournaments underway. But yeah, no, I think it's a concept we've also been floating around with. But yeah, we want to make incremental changes and nothing too drastic, so we can continue at least keeping the integrity of the tournament. But yeah, that's definitely a great suggestion, something we want to do. But yeah, for sure, that would be.
By then, I'll start playing League again, Summer's Drift.
I will take note. Yeah, you should. It's fun. If you play with friends, it's fun. So
yeah. Shout out to Belinda. Shout out to Belinda's mods, her community, and Gilly. Who else?
Shout out to Anchor. If you're looking for a podcast app to make podcasts for free and simple, Anchor is the app. You can download it in the App Store or the Google Play Store for free today. Download now.
Dude, can you give me that? Yeah, Pokey needs that. It was just downhill.
Yeah, I just wing it. I say something different every time.
Poor guy. Give it to me. Give it to me next time. I'll do it for you guys.
We'll record one Belinda. We'll just play that one.
I'm scared.
Who are we using again?
I would recommend. Google. If you want to see that, that's in our last episode.
Okay.
So okay, well, thank you guys for listening. Again, thank you, Belinda, for being our
Mhm.
guest. It's good to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by the time, because you're gonna be, I'm serious, you're gonna be our triple guest coming back.
Mhm.
Hopefully by that time, your partner. So we'll put
see.
the link in the
Yeah.
description. Go to her channel, follow her, subscribe to her. But guaranteed, you will have a very entertaining time watching her. So we wish you luck on your on all your endeavors,
Mhm.
especially hopefully on your partner push. Really hope that next time we get to talk to you, have you on here, we'll talk. You'll be talking with a check mark beside your name on that. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay, brother.
like I always say, to everyone, stay safe out there. Thank you again for listening, and have a good night.
Yeah. Good night. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. So
No problem.
Oh, no problem.
good
All right, so
night.
let's.
Eh.